It's about damn time. It's safe to say that 1 set the bar for what the rest of the series would be, and 5 had all but totally destroyed it. But there were games in between that actually were good, and Samurai Warriors 2 Xtreme Legends is one of them. Granted, Samurai Warriors 2 as a whole had some baffling decisions that were made throughout its development, but dare I say, it still had some results. But just how good was it? Well, we just need to look at the pros and the cons of an underrated gem that constantly gets looked over for Samurai Warriors 3. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's prepare ourselves to take over Japan once again in Samurai Warriors 2 Xtreme Legends. Let's go! Well, the cons happen to start off with exclusivity. Ironically, it's for the Xbox 360, or at least it was, until the 29th of July this year, where they shut down the Xbox servers. Two things wrong with that. One, that was the only way for you to play online, and two, that was one of the only ways to actually buy Samurai Warriors 2 Xtreme Legends, let alone Warriors Orochi 2. Wow, Koei, that was a real dick move. Speaking of which, getting rid of edit characters, which was actually a good thing in Samurai Warriors 1. Samurai Warriors 2 has no edit modes whatsoever, so you don't have any edit characters at all. You're only picking up, well, randomly generated officers. And speaking of things not there, Kunoichi. She's gone, but won't be back until Samurai Warriors 3. Lastly, we have RNG. Get used to this because that's going to be the thing until Samurai Warriors 4 because you're picking up weapons and skills. I mean, it's not as egregious as Samurai Warriors 5, but still, it can be ridiculous. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I pretty much said my piece about the cons. Oh, trust and believe there are some pros. While Kunoichi is gone from the roster actually gotten expanded with Gracia, but actual better characters than Gracia, like for instance Motochika, Toshie, Yoshimitsu is back on Xtreme Legends, but hey, at least you get to finish the fight with Sekigahara because Mitsunari and Sakun makes their appearance here, and also Hideyoshi too. So yeah, that's a lot of characters that you had to go through, and by the way, you get Xtreme Legends, you can unlock them all. And not just that, the battle system is so much better. While the grinding is egregious, don't get me wrong, once you actually level up your character, you actually can use your moves right in the midst of battle instead of having to put a single point on each of your combos. So at least your combos will be available as you level in the middle of the fight. That is so much better. The clash system also works too. It makes a triumphant return and is so much better. The frame rate is so much better. The music is absolutely just phenomenal in this game. But if there's anything else that actually works with this game, it's the difficulty. While it is still hard, it's not as difficult as Samurai Warriors 1. Still, Samurai Warriors 2 definitely goes above and beyond the Call of Duty with pretty much a lot of difficulty. And one of the biggest things they do is the higher the difficulty, the more stats you get. So yeah, you might want to challenge this as high as you can. Granted, you're going to get curb stomped, but once you do beat these levels at the highest difficulty, your character will most likely be maxed out. On top of the fact that the game's at least a little bit more lenient with the missions than what they were with Samurai Warriors 1. Oh, God forbid they are. And not only that, the voice acting is actually pretty good. Yeah, Nobunaga and a couple of other people got replacements, but they still had iconic voices until Samurai Warriors 4, where they went full-on Japanese. But still, nonetheless, at least they had some memorable character growth from Samurai Warriors 1, as opposed to, well, Samurai Warriors 5. So that is a real good thing. And what else is there that's good? The multitude of modes in Mercenary that you could do, where everything you do in Mercenary also will help you out in later games. And this also includes the Xtreme Legends characters. You could take certain characters, employ them, and if you level them up within Mercenary mode, you're also going to have them available, leveled up as well in the main story. And the story has branching paths and also dream paths. Your true ending will depend on what you do. Your dream path will depend on how fat or whether or not you succeed or fail. Whatever the case, that is the way you're going to get your legendary weapon. And needless to say, at least there's only 4 levels of weapons this time, so that's good. And one thing that is great, again, they also have the addition of special moves. Something that will be a really good addition to this game. Special moves can differ from anybody, so no one character has the same move. Samurai Warriors 5, fuck you! Anyway, you can also see with certain skills what type of skills you'll learn from certain characters, and if you manage to learn some skills from them, well, guess what? They will be helpful to you, and now be helpful to your development to reaching very high levels. So that is a good thing. But you want to know what else? All of the multiplayer modes is in Sugoroku. And Sugoroku will only be available to those that are unlocked. And you can actually unlock everybody for Sugoroku with Xtreme Legends. And as soon as you do, you could just simply bring them on and have as many as 4 players come in. Either 4 players with a multi-tap for the PS2, or 4 PC controllers if you're playing this on an emulator, or 4 Xbox 360 remote controllers. Either way, this is pretty much like Fortune Street / Mario Party. No, let me rephrase that. Monopoly. And you really can't take the home base. You have to capture every single territory within Japan. And if you do, you will end up unlocking 2 characters on top of having lots of fun with this game, because there's fun challenges, and more importantly, there are, well, lots of ways to screw over your players, because hey, it's Monopoly, for God's sakes. Of course you're going to get pissed off in the first 15 minutes because you're going to lose all your money because somebody that bought the most expensive land. Which happens all the time. And yeah, your fate will be left in the hands of RNG. But yes, you will unlock Okuni and Ranmaru from playing this stage. So yes, play this game, have fun, complete it, and let's go on to the rating. And with the pros and cons compiled, it is now time to give this game its proper rating. Samurai Warriors 2 Xtreme Legends for both the PS2 and the Xbox 360 will get the rating of great. And the reason why is because of the exclusivity, which means that the online mode that was on the 360 is no longer existent, as is the ability to purchase it anyway. Omitting edit officers and characters is a bad thing too, and the grinding, while not as bad as 5, yeah, it still can be bad, especially coupled with RNG for basically the skills. But other than those major things, everything else in the game is actually pretty solid. It's a step up from 1. Yeah, RNG seems to be a constant problem in Koei games, a lot of the times. But at least it's not as bad as 5. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I am done with this review. I'll see you all in the next review. Take care and good night.